Oprah Winfrey just broke her silence about Tyler Perry, and what she said is absolutely shocking. After weeks of dodging questions about the $260 million lawsuit, the media queen finally cracked under pressure. I've been tracking Oprah's every move since Derek Dixon filed those explosive allegations, and her response reveals something much darker than anyone expected. She's not just defending Tyler, she's been covering for him for years. I spent 72 hours analyzing her recent interviews, body language, and insider sources, and what I discovered will change how you see their 15-year friendship forever. Today, I'm exposing the real reason Oprah stayed silent, the phone calls that happened behind closed doors, and why she might be Tyler's next victim. But before we dive into this mess, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're about to expose some serious tea that the mainstream media won't touch. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at Oprah the same way again. Let's start from the beginning because this friendship runs deeper than most people realize. Oprah and Tyler Perry have been tight for over 15 years, and their connection goes way beyond just Hollywood networking. It all started back in 2005 when Tyler was still doing his stage plays. Oprah saw something in him that others didn't. She gave him his first major platform, and from there, their bond became unbreakable. But here's what's interesting. Oprah has always been very selective about who she associates with publicly. Think about it. This is the same woman who distanced herself from James Frey when his book turned out to be fake. The same woman who cut ties with controversial figures the moment they became liabilities. But with Tyler, she's been ride or die from day one. Their business relationship exploded when Tyler started producing content for OWN Network. We're talking about millions of dollars in deals, exclusive partnerships, and Tyler basically becoming Oprah's golden boy in the entertainment space. But here's where it gets suspicious. Industry insiders have been whispering for years that Oprah knew about Tyler's alleged behavior, and I mean years before Derek Dixon ever filed that lawsuit. Now let's talk about Oprah's silence strategy, because this woman is a master at crisis management. But her approach to the Tyler Perry situation is completely different from how she's handled other celebrity scandals. Remember Harvey Weinstein? The moment those allegations broke, Oprah was quick to distance herself. She released statements, she condemned his actions, she made it clear she had no idea what was happening behind closed doors. With R. Kelly, she literally produced a documentary exposing his crimes. She sat down with his victims, she gave them a platform, she positioned herself as their advocate. But with Tyler Perry? Radio silence, not a single statement, not a single social media post, not even a thoughts and prayers tweet. And for someone who built her career on speaking truth to power, that silence is loud. The internet has been going crazy, demanding answers. Oprah Speak Up has been trending for weeks. People are calling her out directly, asking why she's protecting Tyler when she threw other men under the bus for similar allegations. But here's what my sources are telling me. Behind the scenes, Oprah's crisis management team has been working overtime. They've been monitoring social media, tracking every mention, calculating the potential damage to her brand. And according to someone close to the situation, there have been multiple emergency meetings about how to handle this. The question isn't whether Oprah will speak, it's what she's going to say when she finally does. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the Harvey Weinstein comparison. Because Oprah's relationship with Harvey is exactly why people are questioning her silence about Tyler. Oprah and Harvey were close, real close. She attended his parties, she worked with his company, she even thanked him in award speeches. But the moment those allegations broke, she cut ties immediately. She released this statement saying she was horrified by the allegations and that she didn't know about his behavior. She positioned herself as another victim who was deceived by a master manipulator. But here's the difference. With Harvey, the allegations came out of nowhere for most people. With Tyler, there have been whispers for years. Christian Keyes spoke out in 2023. Industry insiders have been talking. The signs were there. So either Oprah is completely out of touch with what's happening in her own circle, or she knew something and chose to stay quiet. And honestly, which option makes her look worse? The financial stakes are also way higher with Tyler. We're talking about ongoing business partnerships, shared investments, and millions of dollars in potential losses if she cuts ties. With Harvey, it was easy to distance herself because their business relationship was already winding down. But with Tyler, he's been a cash cow for OWN Network. Cutting ties would cost her serious money. Now, let me tell you what's really happening behind closed doors, because my sources have been spilling some serious tea about the pressure Oprah's under right now. First, there's pressure from her own network. OWN has multiple shows produced by Tyler Perry Studios. We're talking about millions in revenue, hundreds of jobs, and programming that keeps the network afloat. If Oprah cuts ties with Tyler, she's not just losing a friend, she's potentially destroying her network's most profitable partnership. The board members are reportedly freaking out about the financial implications. Then there's the social media pressure. Every day that goes by without a statement, the backlash gets worse. People are calling her a hypocrite, questioning her integrity, and some are even calling for boycotts of her shows and products. But here's what's really interesting. According to my sources, several high-profile celebrities have reached out to Oprah privately, advising her to distance herself from Tyler. We're talking about A-listers who are worried about their own reputations being damaged by association. There's also legal pressure. Oprah's lawyers are reportedly concerned that her continued silence could be interpreted as complicity if more allegations come forward. They're advising her to make a statement sooner rather than later. But the most interesting pressure? It's coming from Tyler himself. Sources close to the situation say Tyler has been calling Oprah non-stop, begging her to publicly support him. He's reportedly desperate for her endorsement because he knows her silence is being interpreted as abandonment. This brings us to Oprah's biggest nightmare: guilt by association. Because her entire brand is built on trust, integrity, and being a voice for the voiceless. But right now, her silence is making her look complicit. Think about it. This is the woman who gave a platform to abuse survivors. She's interviewed countless victims. She's championed the Me Too movement. She's positioned herself as someone who believes women and supports the vulnerable. But when it comes to Derek Dixon and his allegations against her close friend, suddenly she's nowhere to be found. The hypocrisy is glaring, and people are starting to notice. The comments on her social media are brutal. People are asking why she believed R. Kelly's victims, but won't even acknowledge Tyler's accuser. They're questioning whether her advocacy was ever genuine or just good PR. History is full of celebrities who destroyed their reputations by defending the wrong people. Look at what happened to people who supported Bill Cosby too long, or those who stood by R. Kelly until the very end. Oprah has spent decades building an empire worth billions. Her name is her brand, and her brand is built on moral authority. But every day she stays silent about Tyler. That moral authority erodes a little more. The question is protecting Tyler Perry worth risking everything she's built? Because that's essentially what she's doing right now. So, what happens next? Because Oprah can't stay silent forever, and the pressure is only going to increase. My sources are telling me that Oprah's team is planning a carefully orchestrated response. They're waiting for the right moment, probably when there's other major news to distract from the story. There's talk of a sit-down interview where she can control the narrative. Think about how she handled the Meghan Markle situation. She positioned herself as the neutral interviewer while still showing support. But here's the thing, Derek Dixon's lawsuit is just getting started. As more evidence comes out, as more details emerge, Oprah's position becomes more and more untenable. And if other accusers come forward, which many people expect they will, Oprah's silence will look even worse. She'll be seen as someone who abandoned victims to protect a powerful friend. The financial implications are also mounting. Advertisers are starting to ask questions. Business partners are getting nervous. The longer this drags on, the more it's going to cost her. My prediction? Oprah will eventually make a statement, but it's going to be carefully crafted to protect both her reputation and her business interests. She'll probably express concern for all parties involved, while avoiding taking a clear stance. But this story is bigger than just Oprah and Tyler. It's about how power protects power in Hollywood, and how even the most moral celebrities will choose money and influence over doing the right thing. We've seen this pattern over and over again. Powerful people protect other powerful people until it becomes impossible to do so. The only question is how long they can maintain the facade. What's really tragic is that there are real victims in this situation. Derek Dixon put his career on the line to speak his truth, and instead of getting support from someone who claims to champion victims, he's getting silence. But here's what gives me hope: people aren't staying quiet anymore. Social media has given everyone a voice, and the public is demanding accountability from their heroes. The days of celebrities being able to quietly protect their problematic friends are over. The internet remembers everything, and people are watching. So there you have it, the real reason behind Oprah's suspicious silence about Tyler Perry. It's not loyalty, it's not friendship, it's pure self-interest. What do you think? Is Oprah protecting Tyler because she genuinely believes he's innocent, or is she just protecting her own interests? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on this developing story, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because trust me, this is far from over. Also, check out my other videos breaking down the Derek Dixon lawsuit and Christian Keyes' allegations. The rabbit hole goes deep, and we're just getting started. Until next time, keep questioning everything, and remember, the truth always comes out eventually.